He says it's only fair to make sure they're all there. So, should we check our politicians for diminished cognitions? Louisiana senator, they have them there, Kat. Bill Cassidy says elderly members of all three branches of government should undergo regular cognition tests before the rapid decline in their 80s. Oof. Cassidy, who's a gastroenterologist, who isn't, am I right? Didn't single anyone out in particular, but the message was clear.
Medicine lets us live longer and lead the country at 78 or 81. What concerns do you have about that?
It's usually noticeable. So anybody in a position of responsibility who may potentially be on that slope, that is of concern. And I'm saying this as a doctor. I'm told that there have been senators in the past who at the end of their Senate term were senile. I'm told that was true of senators of both parties. We each have a sacred responsibility to the people of the United States. It is not about me, it is about my ability to serve the people.
And if you thought their cognitive scores were low, check out their numbers in the 40-yard dash. Pathetic. Okay, so let's acknowledge the obvious. Our country's leaders are elderly. Biden's 78, Pelosi's, she's 81, but her face is 57. Senate President Pat Leahy is also 81. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer is 82. Senator Chuck Grassley, 88. They're almost old enough to star in the Sex and the City reboot. And AOC's 32. Very young, but we're including her because she's nuts. And 3 current Supreme Court justices are over 70. Alito, Thomas, and Breyer, who's 83. They'd get a lot more done if they didn't constantly have to urinate. Tell me about it. Now, regardless of performance, it's a fair question to ask, why do our politicians never know when to leave? Like Andrew Cuomo. After that time he got a lot of people killed, you think he'd get the message. The average retirement age in this country is 63, so many politicians are way past that. Now, this is not to say all of our political problems are due to senility. Senility doesn't explain this.
Wow. Like, what do you want to know?
Yeah. Doesn't explain this.
You know?
And it doesn't explain this.
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
Anybody can break wind at any time, Katie. Farting knows no age.
You would know, Greg.
Oh, that was unnecessary. You know, why is it so hard for politicians to know when to leave?
Well, Greg, let me tell you something about Washington, D.C. It's a place that's run by a bunch of drunk 20-year-olds who work for a bunch of elderly folks. And then in the middle, there's like a bunch of sociopaths or people like Eric Swalwell who want to be a drunk 20-year-old again, but somehow found himself elected and in office and responsible for things. So that explains a lot about what's going on. In terms of the senility test, sure, but people like Chuck Grassley, for example, he runs like 5 miles every morning. So he could probably beat Nancy Pelosi, right? So I think it's good to have, if you're going to have a threshold for running for office, maybe you can have one for leaving office, but you shouldn't be dying on the floor of the Senate. Like, it's not a morgue or a mortuary. It's the U.S. Senate. Have some respect.
It's pretty funny, though. I mean, like, after all this talk about how we need new blood, Kat, it's still the same old blood.
Exactly. Even if we tested them, it's not like they would leave.
No. No.
You're like, hey, look, you know, it turns out you're senile. They're like, oh, man. Well, thank you for the opportunity. It's been great serving my country. I'll pack my things. No! They never pack their things. Dying is really the only way out. No matter what you say, once you give them the power, they will hold it until they die. And I can understand that in some extent, because it's not like I've ever had any power. I don't know what I would do with it.
Yeah, it's scary. I don't think you should ever have any power, Kat.
I think we should try. Like, my ideas might be crazy, but at least we'd be having fun.
Yes, we would.
Instead of now when we're not having fun.
That is true. What do you? Why is it that they? Why don't they take the hint and go?
Because they're in positions of power.
Yeah.
It's like Kat was saying. And that's fun, and they never want to let it go. What you need is an embarrassment factor, right? This is why I say everyone has to take the test. We don't tell them when the test is coming. It's mental and physical. Just one day, somebody gets them in the neck with a blow dart, and they wake up. It'll be like the Squid Games, right?
Yeah.
They just wake up in a warehouse wearing a green tracksuit, and then Like with Joe Biden, you have to ask him questions like you'd ask a 3-year-old. Do I or do I not now have your nose? and
That got me every time.
right? When he reaches, oh no! All right, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Now, we show the whole thing on TV, but it's pay-per-view, Greg.
Yeah.
People will shell out $90 a pop to watch these
I'll watch
idiots
it.
run around.
You retire the national debt,
Boom!
right?
Yeah, great
But
idea.
do they leave office? I don't think so.
Welcome to the Idea Factory.
Why would you leave a job where you don't have to do anything and you get paid,
Right.
right?
Right.
You know, you get to ride trains all day if you want. If you're Joe Biden, it's like, I want to be a senator after seeing that segment.
Yeah, even, by the way, they get so much free stuff and other stuff really
They get
cheap.
free haircuts.
Yes, down at the...
Can you imagine how much that saves when you're 900 years old and you haven't paid for a haircut? You compound that savings. You're rich.
You could buy like another home for Bernie Sanders. You know, you
Who's
brought up,
also old.
who's also old, but he's kind of still cogent, correct?
Yeah.
He had bad
Yeah,
ideas
yeah.
from the beginning, but they're the same bad ideas, right?
And everyone respects you.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, for just hanging around.
I have to earn
But
respect, and I still
this,
haven't figured
you
out
know,
how to do that.
The gerontocracy, I think, is one of the reasons why people are so angry, especially if you're under 60. You're like, I've got nowhere to go.
Yes.
I'm stuck in the mailroom of America.
That's like
and under 60. We're not talking about like, oh, you know, I'm 25
that's an Eric
and I'm
Weinstein.
ambitious.
Eric
Yeah.
Weinstein talks about that a lot. It's like that, like you can't clear the brush that's in front of you, and so everybody's kind of stuck in the same spot. Very interesting.
Just imagine Bernie Sanders in a green tracksuit having to play that hand game, you know? Oh, that's entertainment.
All right, enough out of you, jean jacket guy.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.